Pnawn da and croeso. Good afternoon and welcome to Group Llanryddio Menai's business app, Facebook Live. I'm Geraint Jones. I'm the project manager for the SEE project, and this afternoon I'm joined by Amanda Holmes, who's the business development manager from Coleg Cambria. So today's Facebook Live was just really, I wanted to give a quick recap on the SEE project. Can't quite believe it. It was June, Amanda, when we last met and gave the announcement of the 100% funding. Seems a lot shorter than that. So today, I just wanted to give a quick recap, remind everyone what SEE was. SEE stands for Skills for Employers and Employees. It's a partnership between Coleg Cambria, who are the lead partner, and ourselves, Group Llanryddio Menai. And in a nutshell, it's up to 100% funding, subject to eligibility, for companies in the private sector for training and qualifications across North Wales, so all 6 counties qualify. So the project's now been going for 3-4 years. I think it's 2016 it kicked off recruiting. So we've been very, very busy in that period of time. So just really, Amanda, how's things been going since we last met in June?
Wow. Well, I suppose the same as yourselves. We thought we might be quite quiet with the given COVID situation, but because employers were still very keen to get their staff onto courses and developing their skill sets, even whilst on furlough, just since July as a project, we've seen 522 participants awarded funding. So that quite clearly shows, I know I did a calculation when I looked at it for July to September. The total project figures had increased by 19% in literally 3 months. So it's been really fantastic, the amount of interest we've had from employers throughout the region. So I think now we're looking at about over 3,600 participants are now on the project.
Brilliant.
And then it's over 800 companies now across North Wales have benefited from the funding since you said its commencement in 2016. So it could have been a very, very different picture, but absolutely not. The SEE project's flying, absolutely flying.
Good. I mean, from our point of view, we can't really deny these are pretty uncertain and changing times, really, aren't they, for all businesses involved in all sectors. And we've kind of seen a lot of people looking to retrain their staff and reskill them in new areas, really, because businesses are having to adapt. There's changes in the way people manage, there's changes in the way they communicate, and we're getting a lot of employers asking us to retrain staff, really, in certain areas and how they manage, particularly in management and business and professional qualifications, really. We've also seen a lot of individuals themselves make contact with us. You can understand there's a lot of insecurities with their employment at the moment. People have been looking to reskill and gain accreditation for the way they, for the skills they already have. There's a lot of demand for the MVQs we've had. We've had demand for MVQs in construction, engineering, hospitality, catering, and then business admin and customer service. So like you say, it's been very, very busy, really. And I think there's a lot of insecurity and people looking to get extra strings to their bow.
Absolutely, yeah, I agree.
Just in terms of changes to the environment as well, have you noticed some changes there and how we deliver quals?
Yeah, massively. So we've had to move fast, because the last thing we wanted to see was our service by any way, shape or form not be what our employers needed. So the business school, the work-based learning teams have had to move so fast to embrace new ways of delivery. So we're offering blended options where there is potentially some classroom attendance, but the bulk of what we're doing now is online virtual. So the business school works so fast to sort of get all these new platforms up and running. So we've been using different Google platforms, Jamboards, for even breakout rooms where it's still very interactive learning. And people might think, oh, if it's virtual, I'm not going to feel like I'm in a classroom. And weirdly so, I've done a coaching qualification during lockdown, and it's still really, really engaging. And they're generally shorter sessions, but what we've done, we've listened to our employers, and what we've heard is a lot of employers don't want to go back to the way it used to be, because they're saving on staff expenses now. They're not having to come into college. They feel a lot more secure. The fact that we can offer, if necessary, safe COVID environments. But to be fair, the online delivery is really, it's flown. It's just taken off so faster than any of us could have even imagined. And I agree with you, we've seen a lot of increase in demand for management qualifications. And I think linked to the Regional Skills Partnership Labour Market report in September, those skills are very much needed now. So digital skills, especially around virtual delivery, giving people confidence in being able to join digital sessions and not be frightened of it. Digital marketing, management's gone through the roof. Again, I know I've just said that, but it really has gone absolutely through the roof. And I think you're probably going to mention this, but we've had to delay some of our professional courses as well because of trying to finish off other courses that got delayed because of COVID. So
yeah, I was just about to say, colleges have got a reputation really historically of delivering things from September starts only. We've really had to move away from that, and because there were so many problems still throughout the summer, many people were furloughed in industry. People were just getting back to work in September, and they want to concentrate on their business rather than releasing staff for training and quals. So we've adjusted our offer to sort of do this really, in terms of now we've got delivery taking place throughout the year. A lot of the programs, such as our SIPs, our purchasing quals, our roll on, roll off, you can start in the middle of the modules. And we're really gearing up to sort of January, February starts as well. Got a lot of new things starting then really with our ILM, as you mentioned, the management quals. I know you're the same. Coaching and mentoring. We're doing an awful lot of coaching and mentoring now because people realise they have to manage staff differently and mentor staff differently. They want qualifications in how to do this. So we're doing that at levels 3, level 5 and level 7 as well. And again, we've got cohorts starting in the human resources, our CIPD program at level 3, and also level 5 starting in January and February. As well as, I think we spoke about this last time, there's a lot of demand for marketing quals, and particularly digital marketing as well. People have realised the way they do business and market their business has changed. And we're exactly the same as this now. We've, our business development advisors have got a lot more online. So we're trying to do qualifications which sort of are relevant now really into the changing environment. And I know we've got further things to develop as well. We've got management qualifications in how to manage your team remotely, and a big subject at the moment is people want management help in managing health and well-being. What about yourself, Amanda? Is there any new provision starting?
Yeah, well, we've got, similarly to you, we're looking at the sort of managing teams remotely, but we're offering this level 2 and level 3 high field mental health first aid related courses for staff and managers. We've got multiple courses starting from January, and those will be getting promoted shortly, but they can be up to 100% funded with the new subsidy. And I know when we started running those, we were absolutely bowled over by the response, because again, like you say, in this situation, staff need that support. They need to have their mental well-being appreciated and looked after. So there's definitely that. We have the AAT level 2 fast track started in January. So that's a sort of condensed version of the AAT, the lower level. But we've had a new course list released in October, which we've all got access to. And if anybody needs it, both you and I can share the information.
I think Claire's going to share that information online.
Yeah, so we've introduced things such as BII, which is a specific hospitality and catering qualifications around licensed hospitality, drug awareness, alcohol awareness, BSQ equine qualifications as well, agriculture qualifications such as work-based trees and timber. So again, yeah, we're constantly responding to what our employees are asking for, to making sure they can access the funding and get the training they need, definitely.
So going back to your point about what employers are asking for, how are you communicating now with employers? I know we've made a lot of changes, really. Are you similar, really? How do you communicate with your clients now? Because the days of face-to-face meetings and going into business employers' offices and workplaces have gone, really, haven't they?
Yeah, that's stopped, I think, for our employers' safety and our own. And you've got to be realistic about the lockdown measures and the social distancing measures. But you know what? We're doing it just as effectively. So we've been using Google Meet, Zoom webinars. We had our first virtual breakfast seminar for the business school with Aaron and Partners a couple of weeks back around with employment law and the effects of COVID. So we're seeing a lot more numbers of people get involved and joining in the sessions now. So actually, we're working smarter, not harder, but it's much more effective with these new platforms. So do you know what? It's probably made us become better colleges, Geraint.
Yeah, I was just about to say, I mean, we've had no choice but to change the business development role, really. Our business development role has changed. And it's in a way, it's positive because everyone's had to sort of embrace new technologies, ourselves, our clients, etc. So we're able to communicate now, perhaps further afield, and we've even, you know, working with clients in outside of Wales now, in England, which is a positive, really, because, you know, a lot of our qualifications are remotely delivered now. So there are definitely benefits to all this as well.
Totally agree.
Yeah. So in terms of, you know, I know Claire's going to put up details of how to get in touch with our business development advisors for both organisations, for Coleg Cambria and for Group Llandrillo Menai, really. So please get in touch, really. So have we got any questions come through, Claire? Any questions we need to go through?
Hi, Geraint. No questions today. Just to let anyone notice who's listening, I've pinned the list of courses to the comment section so people can go through, and I'll add the phone number in for both GLLM and Group Llandrillo Menai. And
Okay.
Heather Jones, one of our colleagues, says hello to you both.
Hi, Heather. Heather's one of the business development advisors. So yeah, Heather's the person to get in touch with. And, yeah, and just to recap, really, so this funding, I don't know if I said at the start, the 100%, which is, you know, subject to eligibility, only runs to August this year. So please get in touch now. I mean, I know training might not be the forefront of everybody's minds at the moment, but my advice would be to maximize this opportunity, really. Get in touch with yourselves, put a plan together for the next 6 months and take advantage of this 100% funding while it's here, really.
Yeah, make your workforce is resilient, and I think you might think that training, like Geraint said, isn't the forefront of everybody's mind, but you know what? Why not? You know, we need to be prepared not just for the next 6 months, but the next 3 to 5 years. And by getting extra skills, and especially with the project, it's really wise to do that now while the funding's as good as it is. So I agree.
Brilliant. Well, thanks for joining us today, Amanda. I'm sure we'll do future ones of these, becoming part of our job now, these. So thank you, Claire. And thanks for all for watching.
Thank you.